Hi guys, this will be a quick vlog about some transportation issues I've had in Korea. First of all, there is no public transportation here. So going to Korea, where it's a huge city and you get everywhere by public transportation, that was quite different for me. But the subway is amazingly efficient and it's so easy to read, and it helped because I had an iPod app for it. And then I could tell where to go. Also, the exits at subway stations are awesome. I don't know why like New York doesn't have them, because when I would meet up with my supporter, she would tell us what station to meet at and what exit of the station to meet at, so you know exactly where in the station you're going to see her. I love the subway system in Seoul. The Green Line is the best. The buses, on the other hand, I didn't live near a subway station, so I had to take the bus. Like, I know buses can be more convenient because they go to like a lot of different stops and you can get to places faster. I was never comfortable with taking the bus because like the bus routes were always confusing and I had no easy map and I didn't know which bus stop had which bus. So I would always take the bus from my home to the subway station near Seoul University, and then from there I would go to wherever I wanted to go. Kind of lame, but buses are complicated, and also like the bus drivers are like speed demons, so you really want a seat because you're going to be like going back and forth like this. Another thing about the buses that I totally did not know is that you had to press the button to get off. If you didn't press the button, the bus driver would have like kept driving past the bus stop. I didn't realize that like the first like week that I was there. I got lucky the first few times because someone else pressed the button for my stop, but I never realized it. So the one time when no one pressed the button, I was like about to get off and then I see my bus stop pass us. Ajashi, that was my bus stop. Yeah, I eventually figured it out after I asked a few people. The whole point is that buses, while not bad, I still prefer subways. So the whole story is, I was coming home after like a late night roly-poly dance practice, and I walked to Seoul to catch my bus there because that's the only bus stop I know that will take me home, I guess. I waited for like 20 minutes for the bus to come, and it finally came, and then I boarded the bus, and I was like, yes, finally I can go home and talk to my host family and stuff. But then I'm just looking out the window and I'm like looking at the scenery, blah, looking at the buildings pass, and then I've never seen that building before. Wait a second. I've never seen this area before. Where the heck am I? So the first thing was, oh my gosh, I got onto the wrong bus. And I looked and it was the right bus. And so like the guy makes an announcement or something in Korean, and I'm guessing he's saying it like explaining the bus route, but that did not help me at all since I don't know Korean. So I'm like, okay, well, if it's a detour, then it should go back eventually, so I figured I'd just stay on. Like 5 minutes later, it passed City Hall and Seoul Station, places that I recognized. I was like, okay, I know where I am. But I didn't realize that the order that I was seeing those places was backwards. So I was going the opposite direction of the way I wanted to go. So I just stayed on the bus thinking that it'd take me home eventually because I thought we were going in the right way. I finally got off frustrated. I look at the map outside because the map in the bus is like really full and I can't find where I am on it, and I realized that I was at the second to last stop before the bus would turn around and go the other way. I did not just stay on that bus for like half an hour to get all the way out here. This place was like no people, it was all dark, and there you could like clearly see the mountains, and there were like practically no buildings at all. I was like really scared, but I realized that it should go the other way. I realized what I did wrong, and so I went to the other side of the street. There's no bus stop right across the street, so I had to walk a while before I found one. By this time I realized that I left my umbrella on the bus that I just got off of because it was raining and I didn't have my umbrella anymore. I didn't know when like the buses would stop cycling around, like at what time, so I was like really worried that I was stuck out there for the night. But then the bus came and I got onto the bus and I freaked out because I thought my T-Money card wasn't working, but it happens that I was just like freaking out and I was accidentally using my debit card instead. I sit down and then I'm looking at the bus driver thinking, wow, he looks really familiar. I whip my head around to look at the seat where I was sitting on the other bus, and I see my umbrella. It was the same bus driver, and I was wondering why he was smirking at me when I got on the bus again. Basically, I just got off the bus and then walked to the other side and got onto the same bus. But it was going in the right direction this time, so who cares? So I pressed the button, I got off at the right stop, and I walked home, and my shoes were all wet and my socks were squishing, and then I got home and my host parents were all worried, and my neighbor, who I was friends with too, was worried, and they were all there, and when I got home they gave me a huge hug. Yeah, if I had just like calmed down from the very start, then I probably would have saved like an hour or so. I didn't really get any footage of this because I was like really freaking out. So this is my adventure in kind of a nutshell. I started around somewhere over here, I don't really remember where, but yeah, there. And I was trying to get home, which was somewhere over here. Again, I don't really remember exactly where. But anyways, I got on the bus somewhere over here, and the bus was going, and then around here somewhere, it just cut across the loop. It like cut out the place where I was trying to get off. So like it just like cut straight over there. And then it started going over, and around this place was the part that I recognized where I was going, but I didn't realize I was going in the wrong direction. So it goes so I like travel all the way down to the end of the bus route, and then I get off here, the red dot, and then yeah, and then I realize that, and then I go on, and then I go back my merry way all the way back home. Yay. And a huge congrats to all the NSLI-Y applicants who found out that they've been accepted, and good luck for all you guys still waiting.